New fire directly north of you. Vegetation fire in the hills like 3 minutes ago. Wait, what? Bro, chill. Oh no, what the hell? Uh-oh. There's a vegetation fire that's 10 acres that is directly on the... Oh my God, that's right on top of Runyon Canyon. Breaking, a new fire is just sparked on Solar Drive in the Hollywood Hills. Now that is not good. Okay, that is that's basically on the top of... Hold on, I gotta send Willing Carolina a text message. Make sure you have all your important documents. It's fine.
Bonita Avenue, Vista Street. It is time to evacuate now. This fire is just about 100 feet from the end of Curson Avenue, and this entire area is going to be evacuated momentarily. You saw that fire helicopter fly through the shot. It gives you a little bit of the idea of scale because that helicopter was a dot when it flew through the foreground of that fire. This is a large fire that is spreading exponentially here in the last couple of minutes. If we can widen out a little more, you can see it now taking more of a vertical position up the canyon from top to bottom. It's spreading in multiple directions. It's moving uphill with the terrain, and you have spot fires being blown towards Hollywood. This is a fire that is literally right in the smack dab in the middle of the Hollywood Hills, due north of Hollywood Boulevard, no more than a mile off of the boulevard, and it's already spotting. Look at that, a big spot fire right there in the middle of your screen. Go ahead and push in right there.
And that spot's
big flames
growing
right there. That one spot is going to go up and grow exponentially here as we keep an eye on it, and it's going to continue to blow. These winds are going to continue to blow this fire towards the city of Hollywood. This is something we have to really watch closely here.
Okay, I have my documents and stuff.
Go ahead. Let's start getting some more of the streets, Lucas. We need to get people out of this neighborhood. We need to get people out of this neighborhood.
This is devastating to watch. We've already seen so much destruction. I just can't imagine. I can't process having another fire and another swath of homes in danger.
One more time, Giovanna, I apologize.
It was not a question. I was just commenting that it is such a dangerous situation because the winds are still blowing and embers will fly, and it is just so easy. We've seen over the last couple of days how easy it is for embers to fly to different areas and start spot fires and set homes on fires. It's just a very scary situation.
And that's exactly what's happening. And that's why it's already, look how close it is now to Waddles Drive. There are houses on the other side of the fire.
Shit.
We are now slightly on the west side, looking more towards the east, and it's already starting to encroach on the end of that street. I can't tell if SkyMap is exactly lined up. I'm trying to match those lines up with the lights in the neighborhood. I'm not sure if the power is out down there, but you can see there's a few house lights.
The fire is
near the
significant
bottom
moving
left of the screen,
uphill with potential exposure in the next 5 to 10 minutes per incident command.
Is continuing to spot in the southerly
It's
direction.
moving in the direction of the valley. It's moving in the opposite direction,
really
it seems.
Quickly, we want to give people in the area who
Fire
are
appears to be 10
facing
acres in the canyon and is being pushed south by northern winds 10 minutes ago, but it's now saying fire significant and moving up the hill.
Basically, it's Waddles Garden Park kind of is where this area is. This is Curson Avenue that you were talking about.
I have watch duty, yes. I'm monitoring it from watch duty.
Place here.
No, it's going south.
Off here to the left, Curson Place, and going down, and all down here, that's Hollywood. What we're seeing, essentially, from your position, I got to widen it out. I think I lost it. Is that
it will spread, dude? Get ready. It'll be
blowing in the direction.
I'm ready to go. I have my stuff packed.
Where those flames are, of course, that's Hollywood. You're talking about a lot of apartments, as we've been saying, a lot of residences, a lot of homes, and they are all kind of in the path of this fire right now.
I am prepared.
The fire department, Kristen Crowley, having had to excuse herself from that press conference she was dealing with in order to deal with this new fire. And we saw one drop, right? Are you seeing other resources that are arriving on scene?
I can tell you they are now attaching a number of units from all over the city, as well as the San Fernando Valley, and LA County Fire is now dispatching a number of units to help out.
Dude, that's crazy.
LA. Resources are stretched so thin that they are requiring all hands on deck for this one. Anybody available is going to be heading to this fire as it's continuing. Just in the last few seconds while you were talking there, Mark, Mark. Look at this thing blowing up. It is blowing up and spotting ahead of itself as the wind is literally shoving it south. I mean, these winds are still coming through here at a decent clip. I don't have an exact reading.
You don't understand. Like, this is not what the hill looks like, okay? The amount of houses, the amount of houses that are there, the amount of apartments that are there is crazy.
Enveloped by that smoke. Look at that plume of smoke being blown from north to south, and the entire section of Hollywood that we're looking at here is about to be blanketed in thick smoke.
All right, we're just getting word from Dallas that the wind right now is blowing at about 15 to 20 miles an hour with gusts at 28 miles an hour, which is enough certainly to send
Hey,
embers,
I'm live.
You know.
Yeah, and we're still obviously under the red flag conditions, which we have been talking about. Those are going to stay up for at least another 24 hours. The view on the left is from our LAX camera, and the view on the right, of course, is from Air 7. Chris Christie in Air 7, monitoring this fire that has broken out in the Hollywood Hills, just above Hollywood. It's in a canyon, a recreational area between Runyon Canyon Park and Nichols Canyon Road. And it is basically the Upper Wattles Crest Trail that kind of intersects this area. It is burning south toward Hollywood. It's burning both north toward Mulholland, driven by the terrain, and pushed by the wind south toward Hollywood. You're looking at the streets there. Sky Map is showing you the streets that are in the direct path of this fire. Curson Avenue, Curson Terrace, North Vista Street, Runyon Canyon Road, Hillside Avenue, and then down as you get into Hollywood, Franklin Avenue. Chris, what are you seeing in terms of, we saw that one helicopter from the LA, we believe it was LA City Fire, that actually made a drop earlier. What are you seeing in terms of other resources? Are you seeing police officers? Are you seeing vehicles leaving?
Mark, I can tell you, I'm going to jump in here, Chris. I can tell you County Fire was asked to join this firefight. They're sending mutual aid now. We understand Fire 1, 3, and 4 are now over the fire.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, guys. Jovan, I've got to interrupt you. Go ahead, widen out, Lucas. You've got police on Runyon Canyon Road. Go ahead, tilt over to the left, and now a new spot fire. A new spot fire starting at the end of Vista Street right there. A small little speck right now. Let's see what it does. I do not know what kind of fuel is around that fire, but we can only assume the worst.
That's it. That's where the houses are.
That little fire right there is shooting up embers at the end of Vista Street with the winds blowing in the southerly direction. That spot fire is about 100 yards away from the initial fire, 100 yards south, 100 yards closer to this neighborhood. Now only about less than, well under a mile from Hollywood Boulevard.
What would you save in a fire, bro? Nothing, just my dog.
Right now is how a small fire can become a big fire. This is how all of these fires that we've been dealing with that are now thousands of acres in size and thousands of structures have burned. This is how they grow. Driven by the winds, pushed along.
This literally is how fast it happens, by the way. We just went from, brush fire on Runyon Canyon to everyone in this area, like 20, 30,000 people. This area is all, I'm telling you, this area is all apartments right at the ass cheeks. Right at the ass cheeks of Runyon Canyon is all apartments. Will and Caroline are most likely going to come here now. They're evacuating here, but I told them, like, we might have to evacuate as well, potentially from here if this spreads even further. I don't think so, but you never know. Bro, are you going to play Marvel Rivals tonight or chat acting out again?
And watching this or getting
That's crazy. That's a crazy question to ask, dude. The answer is yes. We'll be playing Marvel Rivals right now. On Fire Edition.
But this has now spread. This fire itself is at least 50 acres as we look at this in just the last few minutes. Go ahead and widen out a little bit, and you can tell, Mark, just in the last few minutes since we first came now, you can see the size of this fire from top to bottom there, now paralleling Curson Avenue, getting closer to Sierra Bonita Avenue, closer to Hillside Avenue, closer to North Vista Street. That's where that spot fire is, just to the north of North Vista Street.
All right, and what Giovanna was trying to mention to us earlier is that the city of LA, LAFD, is asking for 15 additional engines from the valley or the city. They are just arriving on scene now.
This is so chalk. This is so unimaginably cooked.
In there as quickly as they can, because this is a nightmare scenario for the fire department, is that another canyon
It's not just any canyon either. It's like if this turns to Pacific Palisades, there are a shitload more people that are right there. Carson Avenue, Carson Place. Like, this is an incredibly populated area. I can't just run and people panic and run before evacuation starts, then roads get clogged. Yeah, I'm not gonna get out until I have to, but as soon as I saw the fire, I was like, I texted Will and Caroline. I was like, you need to get out right now, because they haven't actually given evacuation orders yet, mandatory evacuation orders yet here, but like, this is going to happen. I'm still far away. Is throwing spot fires, brother. You should not feel like there's any certainty in direction or safety right now in the general vicinity. Chatters. There is miles of concrete buildings between me and this area. That's why I'm saying I'm sitting and waiting. There are not miles of concrete buildings between this fire and where some of my friends live. There's actually no buildings whatsoever. They are the concrete buildings between this fire. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I think at this point, you should probably understand that, like, I have a decent understanding of where things are in Los Angeles. We watched this happen in real time.
Vista Street, Carson Avenue.
Aren't there three fires? Yes, there were 3 fires. Hearst, Palisades, and Eaton. This is new. It's on Runyon Canyon. This just started literally 10 minutes ago. We watched it happen. We watched it start as a tiny spark into what you are looking at right now with spot fires. With spot fires going all the way down to where people live, basically.
Just trying to decipher any signs of movement that we can.
Dude, that is insane.
As
that
you
is
can tell, the smoke is
nutty
already
mode.
starting to obscure our view over this section of Hollywood. Earlier, we had a perfectly clear.
This is
nighttime
Hollywood,
view
chat.
of
I'm
the
still
area
further
north of
down.
Hollywood Boulevard. You can see those house lights very clearly. Now you can see a large plume of smoke enveloping.
It's technically not West Hollywood. It's actually Hollywood.
Again, this is all happening
To the right of where this is Hollywood. Behind it is the valley, or where it's like near the Hollywood Bowl. Between this fire and the neighborhood that I live in is approximately 5 miles worth of concrete. But this is definitely a lot closer. I mean, and there are people who live literally right there. Like, look, you see this?
You can see it burning. That is congested and
this is what it looks like on the street level.
That's how close this fire is, and it's moving straight.
All right, mandatory evacuation order is now in place.
Now, Chris.
For Laurel Canyon Boulevard on the west, to Mulholland Drive on the north, to the 101 freeway. There are probably chatters in here that are literally right next to this, like live right next to this.
So on the right,
Chatters,
so the
calm
east side of
down,
the 101
okay?
freeway.
People from right at the ass cheeks of this fire are coming here to evacuate. You're being ridiculous by telling me to evacuate right now. I'm not near it, okay?
South is Hollywood
It is
Boulevard.
definitely much closer than all of the other fires, and the direction of the fire is like there. I don't know how to describe this. There are 10 miles of concrete apartments in between me and this fire. You're making it seem like I'm literally on fire right now. I'm already prepared for evacuation if need be. Please leave your house with doors unlocked.
On this particular fight, what are you putting on?
So we have over 20 additional fire engine situations. We've
Worth
got
a try, man.
27 fire companies.
Chatters be like, come on, bro, please leave. Please leave your house unlocked. It's like, what are you going to take? My Zin towers and my, you know, toys?
We thought they would be this time yesterday.
Lily
Everything
Pichu
is
was
down,
evacuated.
but it's still a Santa Ana wind blowing through those canyon passes. Bernardino, we saw wind
Yeah, we
gusts
watched
of
this already.
45. Their humidity, 14%. Also through the canyons.
Dude, this is
down
hell
in
on
Orange
earth.
County,
It's
we're still
crazy.
seeing winds up there, 25, 35, even 45 miles per hour. Humidities again at about 10, 15%. Here's kind of an overall view of how dry the air can be.
We don't
in
know
these
how
canyons.
this one started, chat. We don't
10%.
know.
That's at Burbank Airport, and as I mentioned, 8% up in the canyon. Really, really dry.
Yeah, this
air,
is when it first started
which
20
is
minutes ago.
typical for a Santa Ana
Now
event.
it's
the winds
this.
are blowing from the landmass, the continent, out to sea, so you don't get any moisture from the ocean at all.
Dude, there
We'll
are a
continue to
lot
watch
of
this
people.
for you.
I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of people that you know live in this area. Okay, A lot of influencers that you know live around this fire, like very close to this fire.